So now we've got this all here. It's got that little kind of sticky, kind of not, that sticks this little just like weather liner on. Kind of protects the back of the panel from moisture. So you'll want to pull it back a little bit. And what you'll see, if you look inside, is you will see two 10mm bolts, or nuts in there. So you'll want to undo those. There's a magic third one underneath this top plug here, and you can undo that. For now, we can also just zap the mirror out. Another little plastic separate piece, you can undo it, you can fold it back. You'll see the plug for the mirror controls here. You can release it. And then it's 3 11mm bolts. It won't fall on the ground if you take it out, so you can undo it. You can then go to the other side, and you'll have to just wiggle up and then pull it out. I'm gonna wiggle up. Pull it out. That's it, the mirror's out. Now you have a lot more easier access to this whole side panel here. If you do an all one big shot, if you're doing doors individually, it's a lot easier than having to deal with this guy. And you can also get a nice tuck of your material underneath. So put the mirror over there, and we'll get back to this door handle, which is going to be real tricky. So once again, I grab my little tool, and I'm sure the Snap-on guy would love to sell you this, among other things. So I use it to pry that out, and then I can see my 110 in here, so I can get that one out. And then I'm going to use my little extension to get the other two guys out. They're just right through this door. You can see. And then there's one towards the top. Very easy to get. And kind of obvious once you look in there and see them. So now your door handle's pretty much ready to come out. Probably would come out on the other 3 doors. This one has the number controls in them, so you have to disconnect that little mechanism first. It's just a big plug. It's actually located right on the other side here. So you can see it, it's a giant green plug. So I'm gonna unplug it. And it's in its own little, this plug here, this little pin is part of it. It's in its own little track. So it's got this track that takes it up and around the window run channel. That way you're not rolling it down and cutting off all the wires. So it's got that. And then what you can also do at this time is release latches. So the bottom latch, which is actually the longer latch you'll see in there, is for the lock. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to pry open. There's a little, almost like a little red box in there. So you'll undo the little red box. Should allow the lock portion to come out. And just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about with the lock portion and the little red box and all that, is wiggle this out a little bit here. And maybe I'll just grab you guys and put you in there to see what we're really talking about. A little tricky, but you can get it. Once you get it, it's really easy. And would I do this on this black truck? Maybe. Would I do it on a white truck? Absolutely. Red? Yes. I've actually wrapped a few. There we go. So the lock is out. And little pin out, which is actually for handle. And once I get these out, we'll backtrack. I'll explain to you where they are and what they do. It does just pop out. It's actually pretty easy. This is giving me a little bit of a hard time. Well, it is out. And now, let's see what's in here. Here was that mechanism I was talking about earlier, the longer one. And then here is this whole wiring that holds on the little computerized little keypad that allows you not to have your key, or you can leave your key in here. I don't know why you would leave your key in your car. And it's just held in with just some little clips. So I've got it all out. You can see what I was talking about here. This was the long one, has the red box on the bottom. I just opened it up, this slid out. This is the plug that goes into the things for your little digits here. And it sits basically just like this right inside the door. So that's it. You got your handle out, you got your plug out. You now have pretty much free rein here and flat to do your wrapping. One last thing we're gonna do is remove the window molding and the window trim surround. We gotta roll down the window first, so I'm just gonna real quickly plug the windows back in, and then we can do that.